Eminem has some serious celebrating to do these days, as yesterday, October 12th, his adopted daughter, Alaina Scott, announced that she's pregnant with her first child. For the legendary rapper, who's built a career off raw emotion, fierce lyricism, and a notoriously private personal life, this news marks another beautiful chapter in a story that's as unexpected as it is heartwarming. The man once known for his fiery bars and explosive stage presence now finds himself stepping deeper into the role of a doting grandfather, something fans might have never imagined. During his early days in the industry, Alaina shared the exciting news in a heartfelt Instagram post, one that instantly captured the hearts of thousands. In the post, she included a carousel of warm, tender photographs of her and her husband, Matt Muller. The images showed them in soft lighting, radiating joy, the kind of quiet happiness that speaks louder than words. Her caption began, "The best of you plus me," followed by a deeply emotional message that left followers touched by her sincerity. "For months, I've carried a tiny heartbeat inside me," she wrote, "one that has already changed mine in every possible way. There's something indescribable about knowing there's a little life growing, dreaming, and becoming, all while you go about your day, whispering prayers and hopes only they can hear. I've never felt more grateful for this gift, and to grow our family, something we've wanted for so long. Thank you, God, for this blessing. Baby M, we can't wait to meet you, little one." Those words resonated deeply, not just with her followers, but also with fans of Eminem who have quietly followed his personal journey. The post instantly drew tens of thousands of likes and heartfelt comments, including one from her sister, Haley Jade, who wrote, "So happy for you guys. Can't wait to be this little one's auntie, and Elliot is so excited to meet his cousin." The excitement in Haley's comment reflected the deep bond between the sisters, closeness that's long been admired by fans who remember Eminem's references to both girls in his music over the years. Alaina's pregnancy announcement marks another major milestone for the Mathers family. Earlier this year, Haley Jade, Eminem's biological daughter, welcomed her first child, a son named Elliot Marshall McClintock, making Eminem a grandfather for the very first time. The arrival of Elliot was a tender reminder of how far the Detroit-born rapper has come from his turbulent beginnings. Known to the world as Slim Shady, Eminem spent decades rapping about his struggles, his rise from poverty, and his complicated relationship with family. Now, at 52, he's watching the next generation of his family grow, quietly embracing a softer, more private chapter of life that fans rarely get to see. The rapper has yet to publicly comment on Alaina's pregnancy, but those close to him say the news has filled him with pride. Eminem, whose real name is Marshall Bruce Mathers III, has always been fiercely protective of his children and has gone to great lengths to keep their lives private, away from the chaos of fame. Over the years, he's described fatherhood as his greatest achievement, often calling his daughters his reason for staying grounded. In interviews, he said that his kids gave him purpose during the darkest moments of his life, including his battle with addiction and the pressures of celebrity. Alaina Scott, affectionately known to fans as Lainey, has long been an integral part of Eminem's life. She's the daughter of Dawn Scott, who was the twin sister of Eminem's ex-wife, Kim Scott. Dawn struggled with addiction for much of her life and tragically passed away in 2016. When Alaina was a child, Eminem stepped in and adopted her, raising her as his own alongside Haley and Whitney. In many ways, his decision to take Alaina in reflected the kind of loyalty and compassion that people close to him often say defines who he really is behind the public persona. Eminem first mentioned Alaina by name in several songs, including Mockingbird, where he lovingly referred to both her and Haley. In that song, his lyrics painted a picture of a father trying to provide stability in a world that often felt like it was falling apart. For fans who grew up listening to his music, Alaina's name became synonymous with the softer side of a rapper, otherwise known for his intensity and brutal honesty. Seeing her now, thriving in adulthood, married and starting her own family, feels like witnessing a full-circle moment for a man whose artistry was built around the trials and triumphs of family life. The public has watched Alaina's life unfold mostly through the glimpses she shares on social media. She's built a modest but loyal following on Instagram, where she posts about her career, her marriage to Matt Muller, and her journey toward self-discovery. Her posts often carry a tone of gratitude and introspection, showing that despite being raised under one of the most famous names in music, she's managed to carve out her own identity. When she married Matt in June 2023, she shared a series of breathtaking wedding photos, and fans couldn't help but notice the emotional moments between her and her father. Though Eminem keeps away from public appearances, his presence at her wedding was confirmed, and photos of him walking her down the aisle quietly circulated online, a rare and tender glimpse into his private world. The wedding itself was a reflection of Alaina's personality, elegant, understated, and full of heart. She looked radiant in a custom white gown, and her husband, Matt, couldn't hold back tears as they exchanged vows. Friends and family described the ceremony as intimate and deeply emotional, a celebration of love, growth, and resilience. It was clear that the couple shared something special, a partnership built on mutual respect and genuine affection. Now, with the announcement of their first child, the excitement among those who have followed their journey is palpable. Fans flooded Alaina's post with congratulatory messages, calling her pregnancy a beautiful blessing, and praising her for her honesty and warmth. Many also expressed how heartwarming it is to see Eminem's family expanding, given everything the rapper has endured over the years. In fact, this moment feels symbolic for many longtime fans. They remember the era when Eminem's lyrics were filled with anger, pain, and defiance. A man lashing out at a world that had often been cruel to him. But beneath all the rage and bravado, there was always an undercurrent of love, especially when he spoke about his children. Songs like Mockingbird and Haley's Song showed a softer side of him, one that prioritized being a father over everything else. Those tracks weren't just chart-topping hits. They were emotional confessions that gave listeners a glimpse into the soul of a man trying to heal. Now, decades later, that healing seems to have come full circle. Eminem is no longer just the defiant rapper who took on the world. He's a proud father and now a twice-over grandfather. The passage of time has softened his public image, revealing a man who has embraced peace and family after a lifetime of chaos. Sources close to him have said that he's been focusing more on family than fame in recent years, spending most of his time in Michigan, far from the spotlight that once defined him. He's reportedly happiest when he's surrounded by his daughters and now, his grandchildren. One of his closest friends and collaborators, 50 Cent, spoke about Eminem's transition into this new role during an interview with People last year. "Oh man, he'll be the greatest grandfather," 50 said. "That grandkid is gonna say, 'My granddaddy is still cool. My granddad is cool. He still didn't lose his cool. He's still the biggest rap artist in the world.'" It was a statement that resonated with fans because it captured the duality of Eminem's life. Still one of the most respected artists in music, but now also a man defined by love and legacy. For Alaina, this pregnancy isn't just a milestone. It's a testament to resilience. She's spoken openly in the past about the challenges of growing up in the shadow of fame while dealing with personal loss. Losing her biological mother, Dawn, was an unimaginable heartbreak. But through it all, she's carried herself with strength and grace. She often credits her father for being a steady presence in her life, a guiding force who taught her the value of perseverance and empathy. As she steps into motherhood, fans can't help but draw parallels between her journey and her father's. Just as Eminem once poured his soul into protecting and providing for his daughters, Alaina now prepares to do the same for her own child. There's a poetic beauty in that cycle, a reminder that even in the wild world of fame, some stories come down to something simple and universal: love, family, and second chances.